First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Play action, he'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width. Not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this to the Missouri man, Luther Burden. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A play fake. Now Williams. Flush to his right. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. to Harrison. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson. Third and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 15 yards through the air. First down, Packers.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. But it looked like a Packer was able to corral it, and indeed, possession stays with Green Bay.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And the Packers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. They'll go Reed on a pop pass. Got him in. It's caught for the touchdown. Jaden Reed. Touchdown Packers. It's his third touchdown catch this year. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. RPO, quick toss to Burton. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. He's taken down but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. He'll look to throw. Open is Kraft. He's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Passes kick is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Hall. into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Bears first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A throw downfield caught by Burden. And he will score. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Back to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On comes the Packers punting team. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Again, here's Hall, and he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable 3rd down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This will be from 56 yards away. York's kick is good. And the Bears move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Begin here on the ground. He'll manage only a couple. It was Odafe Owe to make the play. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. On the run to the right.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the second time. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Throwing now from the gun. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, he'll throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Down this close, 3rd and goal. I think that's a really good decision. Give your coach the ability to make a decision on 4th down. Do you take the points, or do you keep your offense out there and go for 6?
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Packers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. 3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. They'll send a tight end in motion. They will run it over center with Hall. To the 45. Reese Hall. And he is gone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big of plays you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Rolling right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson. Third down, they need 5. He's got his man. It's Harrison. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
We'll try the right side this time. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and 5. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A pickup there of 13. First down, Packers.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Bears have it. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The drive will start on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Right back to him on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Here's 1st and 10.
Get it. Hey, kick, pass the 60. Pass.
He'll go right and find his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown?
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
That's caught left side by Odunze. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second down, they need 7. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Headed left, buying time.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Second and 10. On the give, it's Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Off play action. Here's Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll try to run for it with Paul. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in. Reese Hall, touchdown Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open is the tight end, Kraft. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Here comes 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Packers. They'll look to throw again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Bears are going to take possession.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. 3rd and 11. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They get the victory away from home in the division. This is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.